The M27 is a fully automatic assault rifle with high accuracy and low damage. Like my brother used to say, one extreme always leads to another, and that describes this weapon very accurately. It has the highest accuracy among fully automatic assault rifles, but it has the lowest average damage. It has the highest AR reload speed, but the lowest time to kill at 0.35 seconds. So you can say this gun is balanced on the spectrum of AR attributes. A -1 plus a +1 equals 0, right? And that's the problem. This gun is a 0, but we're doing research to make it better. This gun kills in 4 shots at close range, 4 shots at mid range, and 5 shots at long range. We can decrease the number of shots to kill by 1 with a headshot. Remember, you can shoot the head and then the rest of the shots go to the body and you still kill 1 shot faster. So with the rounds per minute of 750, the time to kill is 0.35 seconds, which is almost twice as slow as the assault rifle with the fastest time to kill. So we're going to have to play off the accuracy and speed of this gun to make it better. Let's build the class. Alright, so the first attachment is going to be Reflex Sight. We need a clear field of view if we're going to be accurate and get headshots with this weapon. The iron sights are not bad. The Reflex Sight is just going to help us see the field more clearly. For the second attachment, we're going to use Fast Mag. The reload speed is already fast, but we want to make it even faster so we have that much more of an advantage over the other guns. Remember, we have to make up that 1/16 of a second in time to kill, so this is going to help with that. For the third attachment, we're going to equip Primary Gunfighter and Quick Draw. It's going to take less time to aim, which means a faster time to kill. So that's what we're going to go after. For perk 1, we're going to equip Ghost. We're going to try to play stealthy with this class. We're going to have to control the engagement, keep enemies at mid to long range so that we can use our accuracy and speed to get the kill. For perk 2, I want to go with Toughness. Every bullet counts, especially if you're going for headshots, so staying on target is key. Alternatively, we can switch Primary Gunfighter out for perk 2 Greed and equip Toughness and Scavenger. For perk 3, we're going with Dexterity. Again, we're playing off the gun speed to kill faster. For lethal and tacticals, I'm going with C4 and concussions. Let's do the strategy. Alright, so I'm just going to walk you through the gameplay here so you have a good example, a full example of what to do when you get in the game. This gameplay is actually from league play. You're going to see when I shoot a guy, I get the hit markers, which is a little different than the public matches. Sometimes you don't get the hit markers. But what you want to do with this weapon is aim down sights a lot. Don't go rushing around the corner. This isn't an SMG. Like here, I got lucky by that guy just had bad aim. And I hip fired, got a couple shots on him and got the kill. The best strategy you want to use with this weapon and this class setup is to go to the flank. You can see that a lot of times the people on the other team want to flank you and get behind you and get the kill, and we want to cut those guys off and shoot those guys before they see us, because they're not going to expect somebody to come up behind them or run up against the flank for some reason. Here you can see that guy noticed that I was close, but he didn't know exactly where I was. So when I aimed down sights around the corner, I was able to catch him off guard and get the kill without taking hardly any damage. I would recommend you guys to use a UAV or one of those low-level score streaks with this class, because it's imperative to know your enemy location and to flank your enemy. Here you see I had to switch weapons. I picked up a KSG, and that goes to using Scavenger. If you want to use Scavenger instead of Toughness, go ahead. I mean, I think that it's more beneficial to stay on target than to have extra bullets for this gun, but you're gonna run out of bullets eventually, so Scavenger might not be a bad choice. You can do the Scavenger and Toughness if you take off Primary Gunfighter and switch it for perk 1 Greed, like I said in the class. This gun is a really good gun. It kind of reminds me of the M4A1 from Modern Warfare 3. I heard a lot of people kind of say that the M27 is like the ACR, but it's really not, because it doesn't have the power. The M4A1 was very accurate. It had low damage, and it's very similar to the M27. Actually, the Peacekeeper, I just did the Peacekeeper logical class, and that's very similar to the M27. They have similar time to kills, similar range, the exact same fire rate. So those two weapons are pretty similar, and I think the Peacekeeper is a little bit stronger than the M27, but the M27 has a little bit more range. A lot of times with this weapon, if you get too close to an enemy, you're going to have to hit fire and then aim down sights. I would suggest that, because you need to get the shots on your opponent first. You are, a lot of times, some of those SMGs and assault rifles kill in 2 shots, so you want to definitely want to get shots on your opponent first, and then get accurate. So hit fire and then aim down sights to finish the kill. I actually hit fire a lot in this video because I run up against opponents frequently. This isn't a SMG, but we have kind of set this class up so that it's fast like an SMG. You don't quite have the mobility, but you have the aim down sights, the reload speed, and a lot of similar qualities to an SMG. Notice that we don't have a suppressor on this class, so I would not recommend taking this class setup as it is into ground war. If you're going to go into ground war, you probably should switch out the Reflex Sight or fast mag for a suppressor. I wouldn't suggest switching out quick draw. That is a critical attachment for this weapon. It helps you reduce the kill time. As you can see, I immediately aim down sight when I see an opponent, and that helps more than you know. It's tenths of a second that you can either win the gunfight or lose a gunfight. So all those tenths of a second count. When you're using a gun that has low damage, it's always good to try to shoot up higher when you have toughness equipped to go for headshots, because as you saw when we were doing the research, you can reduce the shots to kill by 1. So that means the 4-shot kill becomes a 3-shot kill, and the 5-shot kill becomes a 4-shot kill, and that improves the kill time of this weapon, bringing it up in the rankings. So always, if you have a chance to catch an opponent off guard, or you got a chance to aim a little bit higher on your opponent, go for that headshot. Sometimes you run into somebody up close and you have to shoot to the body. If you don't have toughness equipped, you have to shoot to the body, because when you get shot, your aim goes up, which might even bring you up to a headshot. That's why I usually aim for the center of the stomach. But if you have the opportunity to shoot up higher, I'll suggest that you do it, because you kill faster doing it that way. You can see here that I'm being very careful around each corner. There, you see a guy camping. There's nothing I can do about that, but usually I'm very careful around each corner. I look before I run out to the open area, and then I aim down sights when I suspect that an enemy is around the corner. That's a really good strategy to use with this particular class setup, and actually for any assault rifle setup, it's good to make sure you look before you run out into an open area, or aim down sights around corners so that you can get the first shot off on an opponent. Alright, that's it for me. This has been Logical Class for the M27. Check this gun out. It's not an easy gun to use. It's more of for intermediate to advanced level players, but if you use this setup, it's going to be a lot better for you in the long run. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.